Just realized we haven't actually been late to a train in like 6 months, even though we leave the door after his alarm goes off. A few times. No. Well, when we're like walking out the door and your alarm's going off, I consider that leaving the door. But like when you're sitting down tying your shoes and your alarm's going off, it's like, Is that Reese's plant? Is that the potato smell you constantly think you're smelling?
Yes.
Cause I smelled that when I started up the car in OHSU yesterday. I had that same smell. No, when I was going up the hill on 26. That's when I hit that smell. And I thought, what the hell? So maybe it is the Reese's plant, or maybe there's just something coming out of the wetland or the nature park. Cause there's no Reese's plant somewhere near the zoo. Maybe this is just the new smell of hippo poop. I don't know why there's hippos over near the Reese's plant though. This is not making much sense.
Your logic checks are not working this morning.
No, they're working, they're just not firing fast. Man, I forgot to tell you, or maybe I did tell you, she didn't run me ragged in physical therapy yesterday, but it was like, let's do this exercise. Okay, let's move to this exercise. And it was like, let's do all the exercises we've done before that I've taught over the last couple weeks. We'll just do them all in 45 minutes.
Dear Lord.
Huh?
Oh, dear Lord.
Yeah. And she's like, I was doing the one leg lunges going backwards. She goes, can you go a little faster? I'm like, yeah, I can go a little faster. And I was doing it a little faster. And then I get up and it's just like, there's sweat coming down my face. And she like looks over at the thermometer. She goes, it's 65 in here. I'm like, breather, like 1 minute. She goes, oh, okay, I'll go get the Bosu ball. And I'm like, ah. I love the places around here. They'll put out little water for dogs and whatnot, but then they just don't like look like they ever change it. See you guys at the platform. Day, adult, 1. Bloom, bloom. I thought I was like hearing shit over there in the woods, but it's basically just the fog is collecting on the trees and it's dripping down onto the ground. I'm like, it sounds like rain, but there's no rain happening. Your thoughts?
My ears are cold. I don't even have thoughts on that, honestly.
Okay.
I had to process, sorry.
I was gonna say, I think my phone freaked out while you were doing your thing, but I'll check it out when you leave. Bosu ball and jump back and forth tonight, and then tomorrow I can just do. I told her, I was like, well, I'll do it again on Thursday. She goes, that sounds good. I'm like, yeah, I'll do the one-legged squats while I'm cooking taco meat. And it was like, that was the best thing she'd ever heard in her life. She goes, just make sure that you keep one leg and you're only going down so far. 20 on each leg? Yeah, 20 on each leg. I'm not going all the way down. I'm just doing like,
I don't know, I'm only going like
that far. I wish you guys could have seen that, but it's a complicated piece of machinery. Whenever you try to function this thing, it always looks like it's a complicated piece of machinery because you like switch hands and make this and make sure you line up right. Ding, ding, ding. Nope, I'm hearing. I'm having a sensory day today. You push off, you caused my head to go woodpecker. Yeah. So I gotta go to the grocery store today. I gotta pick up. I actually am like running out of my puffer, so I have to go pick up my prescription for the puffer.
Oh, and my Indian food.
Yeah. Every time I look in the pantry, it's like a glaring, like, well, to you it's a missing item. To me, it's a glaring offense to order. So I constantly see it. First gen. They are just quieter than the 4th gens.
Except for the doors opening.
Maybe. See, these are fine. I understand. When I watched that last one, it was like the doors were like the mansion on the hill, Dracul. Mansion Dracul. Good lord. Gobble. Whatever. So I'm thinking of being a dumb shit and like waiting till later in the week to do my high mall, because then people won't feel like they have the requirement of being able to put in an eye level very equivalent to mine. They'll be more desperate later in the week. Because like I have an eye level of 643, and the pre-made groups for high mall for normal mode are like requiring 640 and a DPS of at least 16k. And I'm like, well, I go to the target dummy in my garrison, and I'm like, okay, well, I pull out about 17k, and I'm a 643. Technically, I meet the requirements, but...
But you don't want to work that hard.
Well, the thing is when... That's just me standing still.
In high mall, you're not going to stand still.
I'm not going to stand still, but I'll have raid buffs. Like, I didn't even have my flask on or anything. I just, like, walked out there and just set up camp. Started attacking. So it's possible that it'll happen, but like I said, I'd much rather have someone, like, not, like, require a 630... or a 635 rather than a 640. And that's just me being weird. And because I don't know the fights. I mean, I got how to do the fights from Raid Finder, but... Ugh. Oh, there we go. So, apparently, like... Now I have that kid in my head, the viral... Apparently... Just talking with Jamie, and... He was like, what should I eat? And he's like, Subway. And I'm like, oh my god, you like stinking rich. Not that rich. You eat it a lot, not that often. I'm like, once a week, that's way more than I do. It's like $5. He goes, damn, that's expensive. And he said it was $3.20. I understand conversion rates makes it roughly probably the same, but I'm just like, wait a second, if you don't have, even if it were 5, as he calls it, quid, British people. I mean, technically we have bucks, but anyways, you know, I was like, without like an even number, it's like $5. How do you have a $5 foot long? $3.20 foot long. It doesn't make any sense. So I sent him like one of the commercials. So I was like, your commercials supposed to be really boring for Subway, aren't they? Yeah, they probably are. I mean, it does seem kind of expensive for Europe. It is 11 what? 11. I was almost right. I said it's 11:30, and then I thought to myself, I might be off by 5 minutes. I was just trapping stuff on my chamois, just doing a few double trappings. Got it down. I can only really do it on the cleft hoofs and the river beasts, but I don't. I trapped so many river beasts the other day. Well, I trapped about 15. 16, technically. No, it was 15, because anyways. And I was like, sure, let's put in a large order for meat. Came back and was like, once they all worked out, I'm like, oh my god, I have a backpack full of feasts. So I put them on the exchange yesterday, or the auction house yesterday. It's the exchange in Star Trek. It's the auction house. And anyways, it's the idea. The global market. No, I do not want to shut down Windows. I want to Alt F4 out of WoW. Windows is being weird recently. I've got to go to the store. Aaron wants me to pick up. Damn it! It seems so like stupid, the thing he wanted me to pick him up. Did he need a hat? Did he need this? Oh, I was gonna show you my new background on my phone. It used to be my ship firing upon a board cube with like the quantum field focus phaser, my kinetic cutting beam, my dual heavy phaser cannon, my aux dual heavy phaser cannon, and my dual phase polaron beam bank, and I think the omnidirectional was on the back there too. Like all my weapons were mainly firing out of it onto a board cube, and it was really cute, but now I changed it. See? What's really cute, see if I can, this is how I get to unlock it. I have to swipe up his chest. Yay! My phone tastes nasty. I will check you guys at the store. Hopefully I can remember what Aaron wanted me to buy. Oh, my thing came in. Where did I put you? Oh, you're in the padded shirt thing. Got quasi-rib protection. I'm gonna need to wear this more because the thing's pinched, so the padding is pinched. It folds out onto my rib cage just fine, but I'm gonna need to get it like warm, and it just needs to be broken in. Anyways, yeah, so I've just rambled for some ungodly reason. That was dumb of me. No, not dumb of you. I don't know. I'm probably gonna come back and like see if I can audio surf some things. Have a bunch of new songs. So I found human growth hormone increaser. It's called a dramatic increase in growth hormone and test production, which is testosterone production. It claims amplifies muscle size and hardness, stimulates growth in new muscle cells, and huge strength and endurance gains. Dietary supplement. Costs $35. So I'm like, well, let's look at the ingredients here. So they have 700 milligrams of a proprietary blend, which says what it is. but there's carnitine, green tea, and a couple other things that are found in beef. Then the rest of it is vitamin B1, vitamin B2, vitamin B3, so thiamine, niacin, and riboflavin, pantothenic acid, vitamin B6, folic acid, selenium, and magnesium. Guess what? It's in my multivitamin. You don't need to buy the hormone growth boosters. If you're meant to have a level of testosterone, guess what? You produce it in your body if you have the given right fuel. I mean, the body is a machine. It's just that the human mind thinks it's a little bit different, but it really is just a biological machine. And if you give it the right source material, it'll produce results. No matter how you do it. You provide it a lot of calories, and guess what? It's gonna store that. You provide it with, yeah. Really should put some stuff on the fitness channel. Just like even nutrition stuff. So yeah, given like my horrible like propensity to like save money, Aaron and I went to Best Buy and we're like, oh well, we can't figure out if we want to buy a camera or not. And we're like, oh, this camera's pretty good. Gotcha, there we are. The sun is like, at this point, you see how I can hit my camera right on my, yeah, it's right there. So it's hard to see much. So anyways, I was like, oh, I don't know. I had like what, $179 left in store credit from the PlayStation 4 return. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to spend it on. And I still have $100 left, but I went in there checking out cameras because I wanted to get a camera for practices so that Aaron could take pictures, actual pictures, and not like use his camera phone, which are kind of going okay. And I want to have a camera because I want to be able to take pictures because my phone, you know, fried it. Maybe I'll be, but it's a Sony, whatever. I think that's, well, my camera's JVC. But anyways, it'll do a 360 panorama. That's pretty cool, but it's an opened box because it was a shelf model, but it's got all the stuff in it. So it says open box, $51.99. Regular price, $79.99. And I'm like, I can do that. Now Jamie's bugging me. Camera? What camera? Here we are. No, flip the camera. Sent him a Facebook flash photo. Whatever. I will chat with you guys when I get home. I'm terribly, terribly hungry. Because it's been 2-3 hours since I ate it. I'm sorry, I had a bit of cookie, but I ate it. I think it's really funny and kind of backwardsly ironic that the gay man wants to come out of the closet as a football player, not the other way around. That is if I get on the team. I really can't consider myself one now.